What's going on, everybody? It's another Saturday in the shop. We're going to do something pretty cool today. I've looked around on the internet about trying to modify the exhaust on the Africa Twin. I really don't want to go out and spend a lot of money to replace, the exhaust, excuse me, like I did on the 250L. So I don't want to have to mess around with dumping a bunch of money into that, buying a controller and all that good crap just to make this run, a little bit better. Because honestly, this thing runs good enough for me. I mean, it's got tons of power, like I've already said, and all, but it sounds okay with the stock exhaust, but I'd really like to sound it a little bit better. I looked around on the internet, kind of seen what some other people are doing. I've only found one guy that actually went in, and you can take all this apart, but he ended up taking these spark arresters out. And from what I know from the 250L, when I had FMF exhaust on it, is that I had a quiet core and then a loud core. And basically all it was is that the loud core was just a ring with the spark arrestor screen. That was it. The quiet core had a little bit of a tube there, maybe, I'm guessing maybe 2 or 3 inches with a spark arrestor. And it made a big difference. But changing those out didn't really change the tone, it just made it louder. So what I did with this one is this guy showed to take the spark arresters out of this and run it like that. But here's what you run into. You end up melting this down, and he ended up melting some of this from what I understand. I don't want to do that. So what I come up with that I'm going to try, when I took this apart, and I will show you in a little bit, these things got huge spark arrestor tubes in there. They're just extremely long. So I got kicking around the idea about, why can't I just take that tube out and cut it down and then see if I get a better tone out of it. Then that way I still keep the factory look on the back. I shouldn't have any problem with things melting, and it might sound a little bit better. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So sit back and watch, and we'll make this happen. All right, guys, we're back. So I want to go ahead and crank this thing up so then you can hear what it sounds like stock, and then we'll go through all this process of what I'm going to do, and then we'll see what it sounds like afterwards, whether it sounds better, worse. The worst thing is if it sounds like crap, I can always just weld this spark arrestor back together and go back to stock. So anyway, let's fire this thing up. So it really doesn't sound all that bad. And like I said, I'm just trying to make it sound just a little bit better. So here's what you got to do. I already kind of went through it a little bit. You're going to need a H4 Allen wrench. I've got on a 3/8 drive, and an 8mm end wrench. All right, so first you just got to take this end cap off. All right, so that's your plastic piece. And then there's 2 bolts to go here to come off. And then this plate just slides right out of there. All right, so now we're down to the spark arrestor themselves. There's 3 bolts in each one of them. I've read a lot about this, and it seems like everybody that takes these off, you're going to break one. And sure enough, I broke one on each. So go ahead and get these other 2 off of here. Now all this seems to be stainless steel, which is a good thing. And from what I remember right, this bottom one, the smaller pipe, because this is a 2-into-1 exhaust, guys. So I don't know why they got the, I think they just put the small pipe in there for looks. So anyway, small one, that's it. Big spark arrestor, small tube. I'm not going to mess with this one. I just want to pull it out so you guys can see what we're looking at. And then you can see how big those holes are. Now this one, this is the one that I'm going to cut down. And I'm pretty much going to cut this thing, probably 3/4 of this thing off. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up like it is now. Now there are 2 exhaust rings right here, so watch out for those. So this is what it's going to sound like without any of the baffles in here. It's pretty loud, but that's what I'm kind of getting at, is that's a lot of pressure coming out of here, and it's a lot of heat. You know, kind of like my 250L, I noticed that it had a little turn down on the exhaust pipe, and the FMF didn't. And when I put the FMF on, it started melting the taillight. So anyway, guys, let's go over here and see if we can cut this thing down. So I think I can just get this thing on the chop saw. But I think if I get this right, I might be able to just find something enough. That's going to be too much. I don't think that's going to be bad right there if I can just keep it on that plane. I'll be right in that bend. All right, let her rip. Kind of knock the burr off a little bit. All right, guys, looks pretty good. So like I said, if it doesn't work, we'll just weld it back on there. No big deal. Okay, so that'll slide. Get the right way. That is real funny. All right, it's back in here. Oh, I guess I remember my gaskets here. I about forgot those. Now I was telling you that I broke one of these screws off. I actually tried this a long time ago, several months ago, and so I've been running around without it for quite a while. So it hadn't hindered it in any way, shape, or form. Somebody had said on the internet that these little screws are like $4.50 a piece. Plus, you got to try to get them out. Because that thing, it didn't take much, and it just snapped right off. Okay, guys, let's see what it sounds like now. Moment of truth. See if I was right or wrong. Well, it sounds like it made it a little louder. Not a lot. Worst thing that can happen is, once I ride it, I might take it out today. I think it's still like in the 20s, kind of chilly. I definitely want to give it a while. I just don't want to go out and make a quick decision of, no, I don't like it. I want to keep my eye on it. I shouldn't have any problems since I kept these turn downs where they're at. I mean, I'm not redirecting exhaust flow in any way. It's just less for the exhaust to travel through. It's not having to come up this chamber and go all the way back down and come all the way back up in a tube. It cut a lot of that out. So, I hope this was helpful. If it changes your mind on anything, like I said, I'll try to do an update later. It's probably gonna be several months because, like I said, we're starting the winter now. I'm sure I'm gonna get some good days to go out and ride, but if not, I'm not gonna go freeze because I want to be able to enjoy this. In the future, I think this winter I'm going to put decided on some Shinko 804 and 805s for this. I think that's going to be, from what I've heard, about the best tire for the money. So we're going to get those mounted up. I'm kind of leaning towards getting the Camel Advanced products, a set of their foot pegs and one of their kickstands. I'm really not fond of the cast aluminum kickstand on this thing. It's a heavy bike. I like getting on and off with the foot pegs, especially when I got the panniers on. So I'm going to change those out, hopefully. So we'll get some stuff going. I seem to be getting my Saturdays off now to where I've got some time to get caught up on a few things and make some more videos. Ankle's healing up okay, so it's time to get back out and get the four-wheeler out. I'll do another video on it about the plowing snow. I'm not going to get into details about that, but we got a little problem with that going on. So anyway, guys, as always, if you got any questions or comments, complaints, anything, just put them in the old comment bar, and I will get back to you. And like I said, I will keep you updated on this. I might tinker with this a little bit more. Might even end up slicing some more of that off. So anyway, you guys have a blessed day. And if you like the channel, give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, guys. we're going to add to this. I let it get the best of me, and so started tinkering around with this thing a little bit more after I shut the camera off. I come up with the conclusion that maybe I needed to cut that other spark arrestor off, so I did on the little tube, and that made a better note. So here we go with that. So I think that's that even sounds a little bit better than what it did. I got to thinking about, with that other spark arrestor in there, it might be, you know, limiting the flow through there, which it probably was. So I decided, I was already had everything set up, I might as well go ahead and cut it off. So I did, and I think that might work. So like I said before, we'll keep you updated.